Queues were seen outside a First Republic Bank branch in California on Saturday, with worried customers wanting to withdraw funds after the sudden collapse of Silicon Valley Bank. Startup-focused lender SVB Financial Group on Friday became the largest bank to fail since the 2008 financial crisis. It's worrying some analysts and prominent investors who warned on Saturday that without a resolution by Monday, other banks could come under pressure if people worried about their deposits. Media reports on Saturday said U.S. financial authorities were racing to contain the fallout of the collapse, with Bloomberg News saying the Federal Reserve and Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, or FDIC, were weighing the creation of a fund that would allow regulators to backstop more deposits at banks that run into trouble. According to the report, regulators discussed the so-called new special vehicle with banking executives in hopes that such a measure would reassure depositors and help stem any panic. The Federal Reserve declined to comment on the report, while FDIC did not immediately respond to a Reuters request for comment. The White House said earlier on Saturday that President Joe Biden had spoken with California Governor Gavin Newsom about efforts to address the issue, but did not give details. In a statement, Newsom said everyone is working with FDIC to stabilize the situation as quickly as possible. This comes as sources told Reuters SVB's downward spiral was kicked off by a warning from Moody's that it was preparing to downgrade the bank's credit rating just days before it imploded. And it was its failed response to the prospect of the downgrade that eventually led to the two-day run on the bank. That wiped out more than $100 billion in market value for U.S. banks before regulators stepped in on Friday and put the bank in receivership.
U.S. tech startups are facing serious financial trouble after the failure of Silicon Valley Bank, the nation's 16th largest.
We wired out the money yesterday, but Silicon Valley Bank did not honor our wire, so we were not able to move any of our cash out of our bank account. That we will get access to the $250,000 on Monday, but after that, trying to get access to the remaining capital is going to take months. So the reality is we can't operate our business without accessing some capital. So our options are basically to go find debt until we can get access to this capital. The situation at hand basically means that unless someone comes in and is able to support Silicon Valley Bank through an acquisition, through other means, a lot of us are going to be in a very painful situation very quickly. And so the big ask is for the federal government to come in and step in. A bank is supposed to be one of the most secure places that you can work with, right? This is not some big bet. We are not putting all of our company finances in crypto. We put it in a bank that is a very highly regarded bank that most every startup technology company works with. And it's a really important relationship. Silicon Valley Bank was the gold standard in terms of startups and technology companies and venture capitalists.